Hey guys, Tam from Let Research. What you see on the screen is the weekly chart of Apple. I'm going to step into the screen. You see my annotation, virtual annotation. I'm not going to try to mark on the screen. We got Apple chart here in a weekly chart, and we got PPO chart. It looks like it had the first positive histogram in a long time. The lines have curved into each other. The moving average for the 40 week is 222. Keep in mind that number. The ratio chart of Apple to SP 500. This is an important note to take. All right, so we got 2023 here, 24 and 25. Notice that the low range of the ratio, okay? When that happens, price will move up, okay? So you see here, 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 and here, and are we gonna see the next upward momentum? I believe so. Okay, so let's go back to the daily chart. You see the moving average of 200-day is also at 222, the same as the 40-week moving average. So keep in mind those two numbers, the same number for the two different moving average. And while keep that in mind, look at the gap box for the price action of Apple since April. They got a gap down from 222 down to 207. So right now Apple is inside that box. We'll see if it's going to push through the 222, and we have a satisfaction of both 40-week moving average and 200-day moving average. All right, that was hourly chart. Daily chart, the RSI looks good up here. Okay, so it's outside the penalty box. Is at 67.52, and if it's get to the 70%, that could be an overbought situation. So be careful. But I think we have a lot of resilience built into the RSI when it passes 70% mark. All right, and the 200-day moving average, again 222. 150-day moving average. These two are 8 and 21-day moving average, or EMA. The retracement of 50% mark is right here. So the price action is at the middle part of the retracement. What that means is that at the previous high, 259, and then it lost all the way down to 168.99. So that's total retracement. We are at 50%. Retaking the loss. Okay. VIX is interesting. The head is here, two shoulders are here, so that could be a formation of a clear reversal direction coming up, or it could be a stable point. Weekly chart, and let's take a look at the MACD. All right, and we got the first green bar here for the first week of July. These two have crossed each other, so that's right is pretty strong there. Momentum is going to follow through, I hope. Okay, this is the interesting consumer sentiment produced by the University of Chicago, and when it's at about 50% mark, this is when you should buy a lot and hold for a while. Okay, that number comes out every month. RSI, we're at the 50.97. So RSI for weekly chart is improving greatly from this penalty box. There was a previous high here, and it changed into a negative. I call it negative when it's below 50% mark. Okay. And this is for the confirmation of those two indicators. If this ADX, the green line crosses above the red line and the white line is above 20% mark, then we have a stronger momentum for the upper line. Hopefully it's going to be the green line. Now weekly chart, I plot the channel lines. Okay, previous high 259, and this is the low, or the consolidation of the price action. This one was kind of like in one-off, so it went below the channel line. So I think it's gonna go upward into the zone, and hopefully by the end of the year it's gonna go back into the previous high of 260, and it's gonna go upward now. Keep in mind, July 31st is their next earning date. Be careful. All right. Another good indicator is the SAR, indicated by the red dots here. So since the previous high, it has been an upper compression of price action. So when it reverses like this dot here, that means the momentum has been reversed. So I think the price is going to go upward. Okay. Again, this is retracement of 50% mark. We are at that level right now. So the next target going to be 61.8%. That was weekly chart. Then we're going to monthly chart. And for 2025, we got March, April, and May were the negative months. And the last day of June, that reversed June from negative into positive, and that turns to green. That momentum took July, or the first week of July, into positive territory. So July is not over yet, so don't use July monthly chart to conclude your price action. So notice to see that in 22, when we had 3 consecutive negative months, we have the fourth one at the stronger month. It might retake that, but is kind of a cycle there. In 23, we have 3 sort of negative months, and then the fourth month was the stronger, or payback or take back. All right, 24, about 3 to 4 negative months, and we have a stronger rise. And then into this year, we have 3 negative months. So we'll see how July is going to take back which level. So I think it's going to take back about this level here, is at 230, hopefully. Okay, and finally we look at the yearly chart now. Again, the last year it closed at 249.82, and so far to this year, Apple has lost about 14.52%. The price right now is at 213.55 on July the 3rd. Earnings date, July 31st. PE is still high. Earning per share is still low. Hopefully it will go to 7 mark. And this sector needs to gain some momentum. It needs to get back to the 70 mark. Okay, so the simple math say that it needs to gain about 20% from this level, 213.55, to break it even for the year, and that will put this red bar into green color to make this year positive at least. So we'll see how this is going to squeeze into a very thin body of the candlestick. Okay, so basically this probably needs to come up here to retake the loss, and then maybe from that momentum is going to keep going up into the higher end. So thinking is going to retake this previous close to last year, which was 248, or is going to go and take the previous high of the year that happened in December, or previous high of last year, okay, or the all-time high. So we'll see. This is the yearly chart, and again, we want to emphasize that the Apple to S&P 500 ratio in 23 was low, 24 was low, and we see a repeat in 25. So I think we at the bottom level of Apple. So $213 should be an entry level for everyone. And we got a possible upgrade for Siri using an agent of AI, whether they rent, buy, or lease. I think they're gonna consider buying, so that way they have total control. If they rent, then they at the mercy of that AI agent. Okay. What else? The Apple iPhone 17 specs are released, and the iOS 26 will have a major improvement across the board. So they improved the GUI to make it look different and maybe more robust across the board. And what else? Maybe Apple can have some details on the $500 billion US dollar money put into the U.S. manufacturing for the next 4 years. How they're going to keep that promise? How they're going to do that? And then we got the tariffs policy still in effect. So sometime July the 9th or August 1st, we're going to see some extension, or we're going to lock in some of the numbers for the tariffs. We don't know. I don't know. This is for information and entertainment only. Please do your own due diligence, and wish you all best of luck in investing. And again, this is just Apple point of view. I did not go over any of the indexes, and maybe the next take we will do that. Okay, well, good luck and thanks for your time. Please like the video. I appreciate it. This is Tan from Let Research. Bye for now.